Alright, what is up everyone? My name is Chris and today, this is going to be a very different kind of video. I'm going to be going back and looking at every single move that Ron Hextall made as Flyers GM, year by year. And this is something that it's going to take a lot of time. It's not something I've done before, and I've wanted to do it, but I never found like a list, and I actually found one of every single move. I'll put a link to the full thing in the description. And this is every single move that Hextall made year by year. Now, one thing is that it's really only going to be like the important and things that are relevant to the team. Like if it's like say it's like a forgotten prospect, and then he signs him to like an ELC, say in like 2016. I'm not gonna put that in the video. I'm kind of just gonna do like things that are important, that were important then and are relevant to or relevant. Important and relevant to the team then, and then important and relevant to the team now as well. Because as many of you know, a lot of things Hextall did led up to the Flyers' success today. So now, this is kind of long. So starting off, 2014, May 7th, 2014, he's hired as Flyers GM. First move he makes is on June 4th. He signs an affiliate contract with the ECHL team, the Reading Royals. So the Flyers get the Reading Royals thanks to Ron Hextall. And then June 11th, he signs free agent Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. You guys may remember him. He was one of my favorite players when he was here. He was really a fourth line center, third line winger. He was really good for the money he got paid. I really liked Bellemare. He had the A. He was really one of the best players, on the bottom six for a while. And he was kind of one of them guys that just like he did everything that you asked him for, and he busted his ass, to be honest, when he was out there a lot. And I think the biggest thing was that when they lost him, you may know this, you may not. They lost him in the expansion draft to Vegas, and that sucked because there was a lot of guys that could have went, but sadly Bellemare was the one that went, and he was a good fit for Vegas. He's now on the Avalanche, and I wish him the best in the rest of his career. Now, June 13th, the Flyers extend Kimmo Timonen for 1 year, $2.75 million AAV. Kimmo. I loved Kimmo. He was a very good defenseman. I loved him. He was one of my favorite Flyers when he was here. I cried when he won the Stanley Cup, and, it just sucks the way everything went down with him, with the blood clots and all that stuff. I wish we could have saw more of Timonen. June 23rd, Hextall extends Brady Schen's contract for 2 years at 2.5. Very nice deal here. This is good for Schenn. I like Schenn. He was goal scorer, could score on the power play. He did a lot of things right, and he was really the biggest reason why Flyers got Morgan Frost, and he's now Stanley Cup champion. Now this is and that was the first of second moves that Hextall made on June 23rd. And then later that day, I remember this. I was sitting in my grandmom's house with my dad watching the TV. We were watching Channel 6, ABC News. And it comes up that they traded Hartnell for Umberger and a fourth, and that pick was later traded to the Kings, and then the pick eventually ended up turning into Mikhail Vorobyev. So that trade was, at the time, awful, and it's still awful today because, like, the whole season didn't even start yet, and I knew it was bad because Hartnell was still a good player. What happens when Hartnell goes to Columbus? Oh, he just puts up, let's see, 28 goals, 32 assists, 60 points. Let's see what Umberger does with the Flyers. He's got 67 games played, 9 goals, 6 assists. Are you kidding me? Like, what? Oh my God. And it sucked because Hartnell was my favorite player a while ago. Like, Hartnell was one of the biggest reasons why I love Voracek. Because they had like such a similar playing style to me. I don't know why. I think it was because Jake was always such a big guy. Hartnell, big guy, front of the net presence, could score. Jake, big guy, front of the net presence, could score. They were kind of just like the same kind of thing. And you know what? That trade sucked. It was just awful because he went over, scores almost 30 goals, 60-something points. And Umberger does jack when he's with the Flyers. It's just, come on. So July 1st, he signs 2 free agents, Rob Zepp, Blair Jones. You may remember them both. Blair Jones didn't really pan out. Rob Zepp was a goaltender, had a couple good games, wanted a bigger contract, and they were just like, nope, and that was it. You didn't hear anything else from him. And then he also extended Ray Emery for one more year. Razor, I love Ray Emery. Rest in peace. He was an unbelievable player. I love them, and you know, I've been watching so many of these highlights lately, and as you probably heard me scream on the podcast about the '07 finals. Ray Emery was the goaltender for the Ottawa Senators. One of the biggest reasons why they got to that finals. Sadly, they didn't win, but I loved Emery, and I just wish that everything really could have panned out with him when he was here, when the Flyers won the Cup final in 2010, and obviously he did not pass away that long, a couple years ago, because that's so tragic. And then July 2nd, Hextall, he gets 3 free agent signings: Nick Schultz, Andrew Gordon, and Zach Stortini. Stortini was kind of like a rough and tough guy down with the Phantoms, and they were actually Adirondack at this time, I believe. Andrew Gordon didn't really pan out either. He kind of just like that. No one really saw much of him. Nick Schultz, he was a solid defenseman. He's actually now works in the defensive, I believe it's the defensive scout program now with the Flyers. He does a lot of stuff now with the upper management with the Flyers, which is good to see. But Schultz wasn't a bad defenseman when he was here. I didn't mind him. I thought he was a little too old, but it is what it is. And then July 2nd, again, he traded Ty McGinn. Oh, Ty McGinn, that's such a good name. Trades Ty McGinn for a third-round pick, and that third-round pick turned into Felix Sandstrom. So that's a pretty good trade right there. August 5th, he signs Michael Del Zotto as a free agent to a one-year, $1.3 million deal. I liked Michael Del Zotto. His music taste was awful because I heard that a while ago he used to pick the warm-up songs and the DJ songs and all that stuff, and apparently he picked the goal song for the 14-15 season, and that was the year I had the partial plan season ticket. So if you go and you look at that partial plan, sorry, not the partial plan, that season, and the goal song, oh my god, it was awful. August 7th, he signs Ryan White as a free agent, 1 year, $575,000. Ryan White was a really, really good player when he was with the Flyers. You guys probably do remember him. He was he was kind of like a key piece to the fourth line. And that fourth line was Belmar, Chris Vandevelde, and Ryan White. And that was just like such a line that could bang, man. White, I liked White. I really did. I met him at the Carnival a couple times. Really, really nice guy. And I believe now he's either out of the league or he's with the Jets AHL team, the Manitoba Moose. Recently, I figured out he was with the Moose, and I don't know if he's still there, but I liked White. He was a very good player, and I heard his nickname was White Bread when he was here, so that's actually kind of funny. But that's really the end of the moves there until September 25th. He signed Travis Sanheim to a 3-year entry-level contract, 3 years at $1.263333. I don't know why it's like that, but okay. And Sanheim, obviously everyone knows what Sanheim. He's on the team now. He's one of our best defensemen, in my opinion. And that was really it until October 2nd. He signs Nicholas Aube-Kubel to a 3-year entry-level contract. So those are two good ELC signings there. Two guys that are on the team now, and that really helps out. So the draft, 2014 draft, Sanheim, Aube-Kubel, Friedman, Lindblom, Radel Fazlev, and Jesper Peterson. Peterson and Fazlev are the two guys that did not pan out. Sanheim, NAK, Friedman, and Lindblom are all on the team today. So that's a pretty good draft there. And as I said, with Sanheim and NAK getting their 2 ELCs, those are two guys, your first and second round picks you signed ELCs not that long after the draft. Very good there. So start out 2015. And as I said before, this is all just the relevant moves and all that stuff. All right, so February 27th, I traded Timonen to Chicago for a second and a conditional fourth, and that was packaged for Konechny. And then where the conditions met, it turned into a second, which was used on Wade Allison. So that's pretty good there. They get Konechny and Wade Allison out of Timonen. Timonen wins the Stanley Cup. Everyone's happy. March 2nd, he extended Pierre-Edouard Bellemare for 2 more years, which is a very good deal. As I said before, I love Bellemare. March 2nd, 2015, trades Braden Coburn to Tampa Bay for Gudis and a first and third-round picks. The first pick was traded to Columbus. Columbus selected Gabriel Carlson, and then that pick eventually turned into Konechny, and then Tomek was selected with the third-round pick. Tomek is a goalie. You probably do know him. He is in the Flyer system today. And this is like the Achilles heel of these 2 years. May 18th, hired Dave Hextall as head coach for the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh God, it's just that is just awful, unbelievably bad. That sucks. That's just great. That's just great. June 26th, trades a 2015 first-round pick and a second-round pick for a 2015 first, selected Travis Konechny. June 27th, he traded a 15 fourth and for a 15 fourth and a sixth, selected Vorobiev and Salintrini, I believe that's how you say that. Anthony Salintrini. He's a rookie that didn't really pan out, and obviously everyone knows about Vorobiev. June 27th, again, traded Chris Pronger and Nicholas Grossman to Arizona for Sam Gagne and a 2016 fourth. The pick was traded a few times eventually in the package to move up to select Isaac Ratcliffe. So this is fairly a better trade. Grossman was good because they kind of got rid of some cap. Same thing with Pronger as well. They were still paying Pronger at the time. Sam Gagne wasn't bad with the Flyers. I think he could have been better. He's with the Oilers now. And the 2016 fourth, obviously that was traded and things like that. June 29th, he traded Zach Rinaldo for a third-round pick, and that was Kirill Ustimenko. So really, the Flyers, when they trade Time Again and Zach Rinaldo, two guys that didn't really pan out and two guys that kind of just... I liked Time Again, wasn't the greatest. And obviously, everybody knows Zach Rinaldo. They get two of the really the future goalies for this team, at Ustimenko and Sandstrom. June 30th, he extended Ryan White for 1 year. It's a good signing there. And then July 1st, he gets 4 free agent signings. Michael Neuwirth at 2 years, 1.625. Tim Brent, 1 year, 600,000. Chris Connor, 2 years, 575,000. And Davis Drewski, 1 year, 575,000 as well. So really 4 guys that didn't pan out at all. Obviously, everybody knows Neuwirth. Tim Brent, he kind of struggled a bit. Same thing with Connor and Davis Drewski as well. July 3rd, signs Ivan Provorov to a 3-year entry-level contract, 3 years, 744,167. July 16th, he extends Michael Nozzato, 2 years, 3.875. That's kind of tough. July 16th, signs Travis Konechny to his entry-level contract. July 28th, extended Sean Couturier for 6 years at $4.333333 million. So Coots gets extended for 6 more years. July 30th, extends Jakub Voracek for 8 years, 8.25. Good contracts there. And well, money-wise, not really the greatest contracts, especially for Voracek. That kind of hurts with the cap. But business-wise, it sucks. But you guys know I love Jake. And, you know, the thing is that these are guys now that they have for a long time. Sadly, Coots' contract will be ending soon, and I don't know what's going to happen if they have to pay him. And September 21st, signed Phil Myers to a 3-year entry-level contract, $678,333. So that is those are like 4 really good signings. Konechny, Coots, Voracek, and Phil Myers. And the thing was, I still don't understand how the Flyers got Phil Myers. You know, the whole thing with Calgary passing on him and things like that. But the draft, 2015, was Provorov, Konechny, Felix Sandstrom, Matej Tomek, Samuel Dove McFalls, Mikhail Vorobiev, David Kasha, Cooper Marady, and Ivan Fedotov. Pretty good draft there as well. Some guys didn't pan out, some guys did. Cooper Marady is now with the Oilers. He's in their system. Samuel Dove McFalls, he didn't really pan out either. You know, obviously everyone knows Provorov, Konechny, Sandstrom, Fedotov. I mean, that's a pretty good draft there. David Kasha as well. But this is part 1 of the Hextall, all the moves that Hextall made as Flyers GM. So I know this is kind of a long video. We're already almost at 15 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please remember, podcasts, articles, those links are on my channel. And remember, please stay positive throughout this whole time. And I will have part 2 up soon, and also have another video up on Drew and Konechny. I have a pretty good kind of like conspiracy theory, I guess you want to call it. But remember, podcast, articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.